Hello, friends. Uh, this is Girish here from Aussizz Group, and today we are live. Ask Aussizz as usual. We hope everyone's doing so great so far. I'm here today for help you to answer your queries or question if you have any. If you have any question, please feel to ask us, and we're here to help you, and we try to give you the answer for any questions that you ask us today. And the live will the Aussizz will be live for an hour. So, guys, so we are here today on live. So the first question I got to ask from Harshil. Harshil is asking that when the Victoria is closing for their ROI and the state sponsorship application. Now, Harshil, as you know, that Victoria is going to close down their ROI applications on this Tuesday, 23rd, at 5 p.m. So after 5 p.m. onwards on from this Tuesday, coming Tuesday, they're not going to accept any more application for Victoria State, for state for 190 subclass or for 491. So if you have everything ready with you, you can lodge an applications for Victoria State before this coming Tuesday, 23rd of April, before 5 p.m. I have a question from Hassan Khan. Sir, I have emailed you about my query, but you didn't reply me yet. Khan, which question you have asked us? Can you just specify us? Because we have multiple branches across Australia. So can you specify which branch did you send an email? And if you have any query question, you can please feel to visit us in person. We don't charge anything for consultation at Aussizz Clayton. Depends on branch to branch. For first consultation, we don't charge anything. So please be, feel free to come and visit our office, or you can just walk in. Uh, Murtuja Khan saying any chances for subclass 190 IT security analysis, 90 point without experience in NSW. Well, NSW did not invited that many occupations this year, but if you have 90 points without experience, and if you have 18 each pen, and if you are single, and if you are living in NSW for more than 6 months, there would be a chances from this year July onwards, because government may, government going to like going to increase the quotas, hopefully, because this year we did not receive that many invitations due to the limited quota, but hopefully this year they're going to give, more quotas to the each state. So hopefully you'll get invited. But yes, 90 points, there's still chances. If you are married and if you are skilled partner, Victoria is one of the best state to get invitation, where if you have skilled partner, if you have 90 points, you can definitely, come to the Victoria, and Victoria do give the invitation for skilled partner. They give the priorities to the skilled partner. Jessica saying any indication that the 494 will be dropped for 2 years for PR. Now we're not sure yet, but at the moment it's going to be 3 years. So if you work 3 years on 494 visa, it'll lead to the 191 visa. Six saying, I have a question. Victoria 119 URI dates are closing. If your points increase after, then we can simply update them EUI, right? Because we don't state points anywhere in ROI. Well, in case if you have a higher point, let's say if you, for example, if the state is closing today, for example, they're going to close on Tuesday, but in before Tuesday, if you have 90 points, for example, and if you have additional 5 points from the NATI, before you get pre-invite, you can update your points in EUI, that's fine. And when you get the pre-invite, you can update to case officer when you submit the additional documents to get the full invitation from the Department of Victoria. So yes, you can update your EUI. in case if you receive the invitation, pre-invitation, if you receive the pre-invitation and if you lose the point, for example, if you have updated with the NATI but you don't have the NATI or it's expired, then they may refuse the applications. But for updating your applications, that's fine. If you're increasing your points, that's fine. Yuda saying, can chef work in any regional NSW eligible for 491 pathway 1? Well, for pathway 1, they have decreased 12 months of requirement to the 6 months. So if you are working for 6 months and if you are living in NSW for 6 months, you could be eligible to apply for the NSW State Department for 491. Today they had an invitation round. So they will, we're going to update that on our Facebook page. Hopefully receive the, the occupation that we have received the invitations. We are compiling the data. We just gathering the data. So you'll get the more updates on our Facebook page. I've still not received that details data yet, but yeah, we're going to update that on our Facebook page. Hopefully we'll get on Facebook page itself. What are the chances for retail pharmacies for 190 70 points or 491 80 points with 1 year experience, skilled partner, offshore applicant, any state? Well, if you're a skilled partner, then and if you have good experience in retail pharmacist or hospitality pharmacist, 190 would be really ideal state for you. If you are a skilled partner, offshore applicants, I'm talking about the offshore applicants, 190 you would get good chances. Anyhow, you can still apply for, if you are eligible, you can still apply for any other state if they're accepting the application in that particular occupation. You don't get restriction like if you're in onshore, you have to live or work in that particular state. So if you're offshore applicant, you just apply if their eligibility are there. But 190 Victoria would be the ideal state for you to get invited. Chaman said what happening with the chef skills is that they are going to remove chef occupation 40 to 164 visa set. Well, that is a very good question that someone asked. Now they have they have three occupation category, on list, off list, and the consolidated skill occupation list for the targeted occupations. So they're going to have three categories, and those three categories are actually is going to be for only employer sponsor visas. So if you can see that chef is not into any of those occupation lists, it's very less chances that they would remove because those categories are been not been finalized yet. It's under the process. It's drafted, and they're going to release likely end of this year, December, or maybe next year, January. But it's very less chances where the chef may remove because they're still getting more ideas, more information from the particular industries, from unions, hospitality, unions as well. And I don't think so they will remove it because Australia is, one of the one of the best finance country in the world, and they have more tourists are coming. So hospitality industry is one of the biggest industry in Australia. So they're not going to remove like that way. So those those three categories, like off list, on list, and drafted list are for employer sponsor, but it's not been finalized yet. So they're going to announce or maybe going to update us end of this year or maybe early January. So not yet, they're not removed yet. And they're going to introduce three new more pathways. They may be going to introduce the three more pathway in early this maybe July or something. We're not sure yet, but we not receive any official update. In employer sponsor visa, they're going to have the three categories. The first one is skill demand list, means those who have high salary like $135,000 or above. It's like skill demand list. They're going to get the visa under that particular category. The second one is going to be the core list, core demand list. Core demand list means those who have a 70K plus salary, and they're going to define few occupation in those categories, going to have the core demand list. And the third one is going to be essential skill list. If you falls under the, if there are few occupation where they only the few few businesses are required for this particular occupation, going to be falls under those essential skill list. So they're going to have three different pathways for the employer sponsor visas. and they're going to introduce that likely in early July or something, or maybe in December with those occupation categories. But I don't think so. Chef they can remove it. At the moment, it's not enlisted, but I don't think so. They can remove it. It's going to be impact a lot to the immigration department itself. So no, don't think so. They can do that one. You're gonna say that any chances for architectural draft person 190, 75 points in South Australia having 1 year experience? Well, it's very hard to say, Yogina, because South Australia has been closed since last 1 year. They're not invited applicants with the new applications, and you just lodge your ROI. We'll wait for July. Hopefully, they'll come up with the same pathway that they had in previously. So 6 months of experience for 491, 1 year of experience for 190. Hopefully, they'll come up with the same categories and same pathways, but I'm not sure yet. Hopefully, they'll update something, the same similar kind of way that they were doing it. So hopefully, they'll come up with the same strategies. But just wait for more updates to come. But it's very early to say that yes, they come up with the same strategies. But yep, let's hope for the best in July. Aryan Pandey says, sir, what is the scope for MBHR from India into Australia? Can I get PR in Australia? 3 to 4 years of experience in Indian corporate sector. So Aryan Pandey, if you are HR advisor from India, you can apply for surplus 491 because human resource advisor falls under the ROL list. So if your occupation falls under the ROL list, and you can only eligible to apply for surplus 491, you cannot be eligible to apply for any other categories. So yeah, 491, you can apply Victoria Regional, you can apply for NSW Regional as well, South Australia Regional. They're not open yet, but yeah, you can apply it when they open in July or after July. Now, Gurdeep Singh say, hi sir, good afternoon. Does more round will happen in this financial year? Gurdeep Singh, can you specify which state you are talking about? In Victoria, they're going to conduct one more round this year, in this month itself. Maybe next week before Friday, you're going to have one more invitation round in Victoria itself. I'm not sure about any other states. NSW conducted one round today itself for surplus 491. So I have not received the detailed information yet, which occupation they have invited. But yes, Victoria are going to conduct one more round for this financial year. Abdullah say, if not being able to clear CAPS exam, what are the options remain for registered pharmacist from Nepal for player pathway? Currently, I'm doing master in IT, and though I have 3 years of offshore pharmacist experience, you can apply as a retail like pharmacist technician if you're not able to clear the exam. So you can apply as a pharmacist technician through the Vitasys Vitasys authority, and you don't need to clear the exam to apply for the pharmacist technician, and then you can, and the pharmacist technician falls under the short-term skill occupation list, and you can apply for surplus 190 and the 491. Depends which state is eligible to apply for that one. Okay, here we have an question. Sandeep Kaur, any chances for painter? Wow, painter depends on state to states. For painters, NSW 491, it's one of the great state to apply for 491. If you're looking for 190 state sponsorship, Tasmania is one of the best state. And I would like to tell you that Tasmania has been ignored by a lot of applicants, but it's still one of the best state to apply for the permanent residence visa under the subclass 190. If your occupation falls under the trade occupations, you should go to Tasmania and you should apply for 190. And they're just asking you to, if you are one of the trade occupant, if you're falling under one of the trade occupations, you should work there for 6 months part-time only. And if your occupation falls under the Tasmanian skill occupation list, you could be eligible to apply for 190 plus 491. And for painter, W is one of the best state as well to apply for it. They don't ask for the job over there. Currently, W is a close, and also Tasmania not inviting any other applicants. So, but Tasmania and W are the best state for the painter. Not good in Victoria, unless if you have an employer who's looking to who's happy to sponsor you under the subclass 482 or 186, depends on your experience. But if you are living in Victoria, you have only 482 and 186 options. Gokul, any chances for mechanical engineer with 85 points with skill partner? Well, if you are living in Victoria with 18 each band, if you score 18 each band, And if you're a skilled partner, you got very high chances to get a invitation under subclass 190, as well in 491. But if you're looking for 190 and if you don't have 8 bands in each module in RTS or PT, then again, you should score. You should have high salary in Victoria. If you have high salary in your occupations, more than let's say $100,000 in annum plus superannuation, then you could get invited under 190 in Victoria with skilled partner. But if you are 18 each pen, if you have a job and if you're a skilled partner, you've got very high chances to get invited. Now, I have one question. Queensland 190 visa lodged as single in June 2023, married and added spouse in Feb, still waiting. So if you have lodged a visa, and if you show married and now if you show single and now you apply, sorry, you updated yourself as a married, then your application may get refused for 190. Or can you specify that you're talking about just EOI? For EOI, you can add it, but once if you apply for, if you got invitation and if you apply for visa application to Department of Home Affairs, and if you apply as a single, but later on if you add if you add your spouse into the application, your application will refuse it. So make sure you remember that, because the department only can consider the points that you have applied at the time of application, and they will consider that at the time of grant. But make sure when you apply for an application, at the time application you are single and later on you add as married, you would get a lot of the department will ask you and they may refuse your application. So make sure that you should not change your status at all, or you should not get married. Abbas, a word about telecommunication engineering technologies for 482. Well, if you have 2 years of experience and if you have an employer who could help you to sponsor, yes, you can apply for it for 482 visa. Sorry. Gibran say which region for 491 on 90 points assessment complete in civil engineer. Well, for 491, 90 points, Victoria Regional is one of the best state. Second number, Tasmania Regional is one of the best state. I mean, Tasmania itself. Third is WA. Fourth is NSW Regional. These are the very good states in order to apply for the 491 in civil engineering. Kiran say, what about business analysis for Victoria with 1 year of fostering experience and having salary more than 100K? Kiran, if you are single, then they do not invite the single at the moment, even though if you got 100K salary. But if you have skilled partner, you would have very high chances. But yes, very less chances. Just wait till July. In the first 3 months of ground, let's say if they open in July, in August, September, October, they're likely to use more of their quotas in the first 3 months. So let's say if you apply for applications and in first 3 months, a single would get first priority along with the skilled partner if you have good profile. But then once they use the most of their quota, they start to give the less invitation after the first 3 months of the early financial year. Okay, next question is Nitesh Shah. Is NSW going to invite one more round before finishing the financial year? We can't say that at the moment. They're not updated anything yet, so hopefully they can, but they're not given any official update yet, Nitesh. So yeah, they can. Hassan say, basically I'm student of Murdoch University in Perth and I'm doing Master of IT in second semester right now, but I'm planning to lodge my Y visa before this July. So what's the procedure and do I have to show a bank statement? If yes, then how much? Well, I can't give that much detailed information about the subclass 4 500 visa, Assam. What you can do is we have the offices in Perth. You can just walk in over there for student admission or student visa information. They don't charge anything for consultation. You can walk into any closest Aussizz Group information. But because Pakistan falls under the, I think, level 3 country, so yes, you need to show the finance, and then they'll give the guidance about how much fund you require to show. You need to show 1 year of finance. I can't tell you how much you need, but yes, you need to show 1 year of finance for the fees. So you need to show 1 year fees plus 1 year of living expenses and the return effect for both of you. So both of you, you need required to show both of you. Hassan Khan, what is the visa ratio for subsequent entry, which will be my wife? Means if you talk about the 500 at the moment, they're refusing a lot application from Pakistan. For me, I would say almost 0% at the moment. because Pakistan country passport holder, they are refusing a huge amount of applications. They're refusing a lot, especially in student visa as a main applicant as well. They're refusing a lot, and student dependent as well. You can lodge it, but that depends. Like, outcome is not in our hand. We can't tell you that okay, you'll get refusal. But if you're eligible to apply for any applications, yes, you can lodge it, and but they're refusing a lot. If you look at the ratio of the refusal in last 6 months. uh, Patel Meet saying, Sir, sir, what about 65 points for 189 chemist? Well, it's 189 is like in a lottery system. We can't tell anything right now. It's a bit funny right now. Sorry to say, sorry to laugh, but 189 is, I could say that it's like a lottery system. If you are lucky enough, yes, you have very good chances. But I don't think so. They may give that many invitation that what we have received in December 2022. In December 2022, they have invited more than 35,000 applicants. So at the time, 65 was very easy to get invited on that day. But that was a very lucky day for those who have received the invitation. But that lucky day doesn't come all time. But let's wait for more announcement in July 2020 for this year, and hopefully they come up with some new ideas, especially in skilled visa under subclass 189, and they can invite few of the occupations, and they add more occupations to give the invitation. But in May 2024, they're going to conduct one more round in for 189 subclass 189. They're going to conduct one more round in 189 for May 2024 this year. So maybe next month you'll get the, you'll see the who got invitation. But chemist at the moment, no. Jagandeep Singh say, graduate from South Australia and doing my GRP from Adelaide in Cookery. So you graduate from South Australia and doing GRP over there, and about to complete November. What are the chances for 190? Well, uh, it's very hard to say because let's say since last 12 months, the South Australian government did not invited that many applicants. So I don't think so. Anyone have received the invitation in chef in South Australia. So in last 1 year, there would be a lot of applicants who would be waiting for the invitation to come for most of occupations, including chef as well. So if you look at the picture, for example, so if you are eligible in November and you apply for in November, so if they open up with the quotas, like less quota, then your chances would be less in 190. That's what I think, because there would be more applicants who are waiting to get invitation for subclass 190 in last 12 months. So obviously, when you apply for your ROI, but again, if you look at the if you look at the total, points of the applications, if you have higher point, like let's say you say that 85 points, then you could have good chances as well, because you have to lodge ROI. You don't have to lodge application for state nomination for South Australia. So they may pick up you as well. So you still have good chances, but there are a lot of people who are waiting to get invitation for 190. But wait for July to come, and they have good system ROI. So if you have higher point, they can pick up you. So which is good. So your chances would be increased there. Alpesh Patel, how about hospitality? Any kind of chance changes in Victoria? Hospitality is still open in 491, not for 190. For 491, you can apply for an occupation like chef. Restaurant manager, they're not invited that many applicants. I have not received any single applications in restaurant manager for 190. But yeah, 491 you can apply it. 491, yeah, they're prioritizing the hospitality occupations in 491. So 491 you would have good chances, but 190, I would say now at the moment. Uh, Kiran, any chances for welfare worker in NSW? Well, a welfare worker was one of the best occupation for 190 in NSW, but at the moment, due to the less quota and high number of applications, the chances getting very less. See, 190 and 490 years are all about the probabilities. They check how many numbers of quotas they have. They check how numbers of applicants they have, and how many people are applying different occupations. So they pick up those kind of the ROI and skill select pick up those kind of information, and then they give the invitation. But welfare worker, yes, I would say there would be still chances, but wait after July, because everything I say that this financial year, the most of state have closed down for the invitations, and we have to wait till July to get more information to come up. And hopefully, if the federal government release more quotas, and if they release more quotas, then we have good chances to get invited. STV, Satwinder, okay. Sir, my son is pursuing 12th in arts in subject geography, history, and political science. Sir, which courses can be taken admission? Well, I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that one. That depends on your study. So I'm not good. I'm not that expert in educations, but yeah, we can't say that which course is good for PR. If you are studying arts, you just have to choose the right course which can help you to get student visa. Uh, Diganda Kumar, is it possible to get 491 invitations from South Australia without fulfilling 6 months employment requirement? It's not possible to get 491 invitation from South Australia without fulfilling 6 months of employment requirement. Well, if you are as a graduate and they had a high skill, the requirement that if you have skill assessment, if you are meeting the requirement for the the progress on the base of the CP or something, I think GPA, sorry, GP or something, and if you have gross progress requirement, if you have a good score in your oral study, and yes, you may again select on the base of the recent graduate. I think they're asking more than 70% or something, I guess. But this year they were only looking for full-time study for the whole year, but they had that kind of a program before. So if you are highly academically performed well during your study and during your academically year, then yes, Diganda, they used to had a good pathway, but since last 1 year, they were only asking for experience. So, and you have to apply for ROI, depends on your experience only, but they had that pathway before, and hopefully they come up with that pathway again. Graduate from Jagan says, graduate from SA and doing my GRP from Adelaide. I think we have cleared that one again. It's same question. Prashid Rai, what is the responsibility of getting 485 visa if for earlier application get invalid outcome due to choosing wrong stream, taking that we still have valid visa A and not had a exceeded 6 months from study? Yeah, you can still apply. To apply for 485 visa, if you are on visa A and if you're meeting the the primary requirements, means that if you held the student visa in last 6 months and if you have complete your study within the 6 months of your applications, and if you meet the AAP requirement, the LTS requirement, if you should have the insurance, if you meet those requirements, you can still eligible to apply for 485 bridging. Yes, you can do it. But if you get refusal, no, you can't apply it. So, but yeah, while you are holding bridging A, before you get refusal, you can still apply it. Yep. Doesn't matter even if your students are expired, you must meet the one of the you must meet the all this requirement, not one of them, sorry. You must meet the requirement. Let's say you must have you must have the student visa within the 6 months, last 6 months from the date you make applications. Completion date should be in last 6 months. IELTS requirement, AAP requirements. You must have applied for an AAP before a day, and make sure you select number 33 for immigration purpose only. So these are the basic requirement, the primary requirement to apply for 485. If you meet all this requirement, yes, you can make an application. Kosi, I have done 12 in medical science from India. Which course will be good for me for PR? Well, that depends. Say, first of all, don't think about the PR at the moment, because sometimes you may have the dream to continue your study in Australia, and you have dream to pursue a study. Let's say if you have done medical science, you could go into medical field like laboratory medicine. It's one of the best course for career pathway. So think about other way around, career pathway plus. Okay, yeah, you can think about PR as well, but first you choose as a career pathway. Medical science is one of laboratory medicine science is one of the best course. Nursing evergreen course. You can go to the obviously retail pharmacies, but depends which state you choose. You can also go different occupations. I mean different courses like engineering as well. But then again, which state you are choosing, also you have good pathway accordingly. But I'm not that expert in education. Yeah, but yeah, you have to choose one of the education guy who can give the you can help you to get the admission and the student visa first, and then depends when you come in Australia, you can choose accordingly. Paul Chaudhary, can you please tell me about 65 points in chef for 491 Victoria? Part 65 points in chef, including regional, bit hard to get invited, but you can still lodge an applications. They're prioritizing the application if you have 7 bands in each module in IELTS or PT. So if you got 7 bands in each module in IELTS and PT, and if you're single, you would be prioritized. If you don't have a 7 each band at the moment, very less chances to get invited, very less. But yeah, again, you should try. Soman Roy. If my confirmation of enrollment CO is cancelled, would I still be eligible to apply for 482 491 494 visa? My organization intend to sponsor me, and while they have already applied for Dharma, we have not received the outcome yet. Well, if your CO has been cancelled, then obviously the institute, the education institute would they would report to you. I mean, they will report to Department of Home Affairs, and department may cancel your student visa. Uh, make sure that if you're not holding a valid COA within the 2 months of your cancellation, then department may cancel your visa. And if your visa get cancelled, you cannot eligible to apply for any visas in Australia until you have the substance check visa. So again, make sure you remember that. I would suggest get the COE from the valid COA from the institute to maintain your study requirements. Sushil Patel says 75 points straight tiling. Which state is better? Again, tiling, WA, Tasmania, NSW, regional. South Australia, I can't say right now, but in future, yes, it will be. But yeah, WA, Tasmania, and NSW regionals are the best state. Sai Krishnan say, can we consider diploma and advanced diploma in Canberra as a regional study for 5 points for 190 on second student visa? What are any chances for computer and system engineer with 100 points for Victoria? Well, if you have studied 1 year in Canberra, you can get like if you have 2 years of study in regional area, you can get 5 points. They're not mentioned about the study requirement here. You should have the relevant study to each other. But if you have studied 2 years in regional area, and if you have stayed over there in regional area, you can get 5 points. Computer network system engineer with 100 points for Victoria, very good chances. If you are skilled partner, very high chances. But again, if you have a job in skill level 1 or 2 or 3, then yep, you will be prioritized. But yeah, if you are skill partner, too good. Victoria is one of the best state with the skill partner. But again, 18 each band should be there. If you want to prioritize the application, or 7 bands, they can give the invitation, but they don't have that much quota. But yes, Victoria is one of the best state for the skill partner. Just Karan, hello sir, which state is better for chef for 190? Chef, Tasmania, the best state. Tasmania, I would love because Tasmania is almost empty now, I would say. A lot of skilled migrant who are moving to Tasmania, they don't go anymore there because a lot of states are giving the invitation under subclass 491. See, for me, 190 is better than 491. Sometimes people say, no, whatever you get, you should get. No, it's not like that way. You should fight back to achieve the best thing in your life. If you think that, okay, I want to get 190, then you should move. People are a bit lazy to move into the other state. I know it's very easy to say because you have to move everything over there, and it's very hard to find a job. But if you are skilled, and if you apply for jobs, obviously you will definitely get over there because skills are, and if you are skilled and who skills are always in demand list. So you should have real skill in your set. So obviously, if you are skilled and if you move to states like Tasmania, 190 is one of the best. For shares, 190, we had a good chances to get invited in WA. If you move to WA and if you have high points, yeah, you would get prioritized. But again, they're giving the priorities those who have studied 2 years over there because of the quota, limited quota. But yep, if they receive the high number of quotas, and if you have good number, if you have high points, then yeah, chef, Perth is one of the best state as well after Tasmania. Betty, sir, we are planning to for 190 visa. My previous company is closed and I worked for 3 years, which was 10 years ago. Should I have claim any partner points? Should I have any claims for partner points? No payment history to Betty, can you specify your question? I'm not able to understand the question. If you're looking for 190, And if you have skill assessment and if you have high, good points, I would say 85, 90 points. And if you have 8 percentage point in Aussizz or PT, and if you're a skilled partner, Victoria is one of the best state. Again, NSW is one of the good state as well for high points with the skill partner, but they're not inviting that many applicants at the moment, but they will come back again after July. And yep, W is also one of the good state in order to get 190 state sponsorship. Cape will say 106 processing time for offshore and companies located in Perth. Well, that depends on the case to cases. At the moment, sometime I have seen that a lot of my applicants getting, 106 nomination approval within 3 months to 6 months. If the company is accredited, you can get within a day, within a week as well. If the company is accredited, if the company is not accredited, the normal processing time for the subclass 106 is 6 months. That's minimum. Maximum goes to 12 months as well. So 6 to 12 months, between 6 to 12 months, you can get a request or approval or any outcome, like whatever outcome you get at least 6 to 12 months. Between 6 to 12 months, you can get outcome from the Department of Home Affairs. Sometimes we can get within the 3 months as well. Say that what are my chances for 189 on 70 points or 190 on 70 points as early childhood teacher in Victoria? Well, I can't say about the 190 because they have not left that much of quota, but 189, SICK, they're going to conduct the round in May 2024, the federal government as usual, because they've conducted a round last year in May as well and December. So I hope they will conduct the round in May again. So you may get invited with 65 points in May in early childhood. But if not, then 190 will be open again for Victoria. So after July, the new financial year, so you still have good chances. So early childhood is one of the best occupation. You'll get invited, but can't say. But May or maybe after July, yes. Aussizz Patel, in the hospitality chef or baker, which occupation is better chances to quick PR? In Victoria, 491 is open in chef, so 190 is not there, so I can't say anything about it. But yeah, 491 is open in Victoria case. So chef is better occupations in Victoria, specifically in regional area. Nikunj Borat say chances for and 65 in 189 visa, very good chances. They do invite with 65 points, and you can apply in, as soon as possible. Especially in Victoria 190 and the 189, they're going to conduct the round within a month. So yep, wait and watch. 199 would be there for you with 65 points. Yes, one of the good priority occupations. Right. All right, so we come up here, Yatin Mishra, current options for accountant with 95 visa expiring in July. Accounting 189, we can't sure about it when they're going to conduct it, but accounting, there are only two states who giving the invitation under subclass 190. Number one, Victoria with the skill spouse with 95 points and the job, and 18 each man in Altis or PT. They inviting under the accounting occupations. Number two, WA part. If you have studied over there for 2 years, you would get priority to get invitation. And for 491 accounting, Victoria is also best trade to get 491. So Victoria and W are the only state who give the invitation that's a plus 190 and 491 in accounting. Today we had a round in NSW. I'm not sure whether they have invited under 491 in accounting or not, but Victoria, one of the best state for accounting in 190 and 491. But again, for 190, if you're not skilled partner, we have very, very less. I would say almost 1% chance to get invited. Gursa Meda say, does NSW migration accept ACS post Austrian study assessment type thing? Well, NSW, if the you mean the deemed skill. So if you are deemed skill, NSW will not consider it. So let's say if you have 1 year of experience, but you can claim the points to Department of Home Affairs, but you can't. If you claim the 5 points in NSW, they don't consider it. Gurdeep Singh, sir, how can I book your consultation? You can give a call on 0399007272 to book an appointment with me at Aussizz Group Clayton. And if you are located to, for example, any other state, you can, or in Victoria, and if you're looking to visit any other branches, you can just Google it, Aussizz Group, the nearest branches, and you can just visit to any Aussizz Group branch and you can book a consultation over there. I don't charge anything for the first consultation, so it's free for 30 minutes. And if you have any query question, you can ask. I'll give the detailed consultation face to face only. I don't give the consultation over the phone, not even Zoom, not even teammates or anything. I give the face to face consultation. I don't charge anything for consultation for first time. If you are my registered client in my office only, and if you want to book a consultation for second time, I don't charge either. So yep, you can book a consultation. Kiran, do we need to submit ROI for 491 and to stream too, or can we direct sub? Well, you need to submit the EUI over there, and obviously if they're required for ROI, you still have to submit the ROI as well. Chirag ABVP, if someone is on already 482 and going to apply 160 TRT, temporary residence transit stream next year, will this new draft like impact to getting a 106? Very good question, Chirag. But it's very hard to answer it because the new rules depends, because let's say we had a 457 visa before and they had given specific provision for the 457 there. If you're holding a 457 visa before, so they changed 457 to 42. If you are holding 457 visa, you still eligible. So they could come up with that kind of regulation that if you are holding a visa from this date, if you have applied on, or if you apply for 482 visa on this date or before, or on this date and being granted after this date, then you can be eligible to apply for TRT. Yeah, they will come up that kind of regulations. So I don't think so it will be impact the previous applicants. So no, I don't think so. As per my previous experience and the legislations that they have written in the past. So if you have been granted already, I don't think so it will be impacted. But yes, if you're going to apply, for example, if the rules come up today and they said the department said that if you have applied the new application from tomorrow onwards, and if it's been subsequently granted later on, then yes, it can be impacted. But in your case, I don't think so. Jalpa say any chances for trade course metal machinist at 70 points, which state should I try? Skill partner, 3 years of offshore experience. Metal machinist, again, Tasmania. Victoria not giving an invitation except the chef in trade occupation. We had one invitation in painter with 100 points in 491, but that was rare case where you can get invited. But 99% of chances only chef they're getting invitation in the chef occupation in 491 Victoria. So for metal machinist, again, I would say Tasmania, NSW regional. If the occupation is listed into the pathway 1, South Australia is also one of the greatest state, but again, they closed. So at the moment, Tasmania is best state and the NSW region. Bilal Gujar, I'm CA qualified. I took my admission in GCA MBA in accounting. What are my chances of student visa on onshore? Apart from that, I have 85 points extra auditor. What are my chances? Well, you said that you're CA qualified to admission in GCA MBA accounting. What are my chances? So if you are offshore, I can't say anything right now. What are your chances to get a student visa approval? Because they are refusing a lot of applications from offshore. But 85 points extra auditor, 491 depends on what state you apply. Some state giving the invitation and the 491 is a plus, some states are not. But offshore, they're not giving that many priorities at in recent time. Victoria invited and a lot of applicants in 491 from offshore, but mainly they were invited with engineers and IT backgrounds in nursing background, but not in external auditor. But wait till July. Hopefully, NSW regional, the Victoria regional, South Australia regional may invite you under that particular occupations. Okay, Krishna Thaga say hello. I have the skillsman in civil draft person working as a retail in regional Victoria. Will be there for, or will be that option for 491? Krishna, 491 civil engineer, yes, you can get 491, but currently sitting with 65 points, so no chance. You should move to WA. Perth would be great state to apply for 491, but Victoria, from my point of view, I would say no chance. They don't have quota to give you the invitation with 65 points. Is CSL the list to follow for 482? No, CSL is a considered skill occupation list. They're going to replace all skill occupation list, but again, very rare chances. Well, they'll follow the for employer sponsor visa under 482. because there are three type of skills over there: off list, on list, and the CSO list. So there are three. They have actually put this three list for the review purpose at the moment. So they not come up with the particular occupation list, but yes, they will come up with the consolidated occupation list for employer sponsor visa, and it will be called considered skill occupation list. But again, they just drafted that particular the skill they have released recently. They just drafted. They still getting an opinion from the industrialist, business peoples, the union people, and the other analysts. They're getting an opinion from them, and they'll add more occupation. They can remove the occupation as well. So it's not finalized yet. It'll take 6 to 8 or more 10 more months yet to finalize that particular thing. All right. So Jeet Kumar, what are the chances of getting an early invite for computer network and system engineer for in Victoria with 65 points in for 190 or 491? Okay. Which state is based to early invite with 65 points? By Jeet, I don't think so. You'll get invited with 65 points in network engineer. Unless you have 7 in each band analysis or PT, you have good chances in 491 Victoria. But again, you must leave and you must work in skill level 1 or 2 or 3 in Victoria Regional. If you work in your occupation, you would get a very high chance to get invited, which is a skill level 1. But again, if you get 7 each band, you would be prioritized. Varanga, I'm a chef with more than 2 years of experience in greater. I delayed apply for 6 months ago for 119, no reply yet. What can I expect this financial year? Now, you don't get any expectation from this financial year, but till July, yes, they'll reopen again in July or August. So, well, no one has received the invitation in chef, but just stay where you are. Don't move anywhere else. If you want to move to Tasmania, but don't move any other states. Just stay where you are. I would say you still have good chances to get invited into the surplus 190 in South Australia. You will say graduate diploma or HR is better course to enroll at the moment. Well, obviously, even though there are a lot of candidates, a lot of applicants are getting, admission into that particular course, but it's still really one of the best course to get invitation under 189 and 190 after 1 year or 2 years. See, the points can be increased. If you have more applicants, the points will go up. Let's say same happened IT accounting engineer. They used to invite with 65 points. So people started doing more admissions into those particular occupation, and then people started to give the LTS, PT, NATI, and all these things. So the points would increase and increase. But still, it's really one of the best course to apply. I would say under surplus 189 and 190, you should have very high chance of being invited. Maybe at the moment they invite with 65. In future, they may invite with 75, then again go up to 85 as well. But yeah, it's still one of the best occupations to apply for PR. Um, Shiva, what about microbiology? Is there priority occupation list? 189. I can't say anything. Again, one is like lottery systems. They do invite, they don't invite. So we can't say anything about 189, but you can still apply for EUI, ROI. Sorry, not ROI. You can still apply for EUI and wait for something to come up. Girishkumar Patel say I'm into ICT business analysis. I say the support engineer, but due to high points requirement, I'm keen to graduate for my knowledge education. Should I do it or in regional area or NSW itself? Doesn't make difference where do you study, but yeah, we try to go straight to study that one. They do invite under surplus 190 plus 189 is there as well. They for 189 they conduct 2 rounds for early childhood, health occupation like nursing, medical practitioner, chiropractor, physiotherapists, or social worker. These are the goods. They still involved with 65 pounds under those occupations. Under 189, they conduct 2 rounds in a year in May and in December, as per the previous data. So, yep, they still invite under those occupations. Manav Bhatt, civil draft person with 80 points, 491 in Queensland, any property. Nah, very less chance. Again, apply for if you can still apply for 491 if you're living in Queensland. You can still apply for 491 in WA in Perth. Perth doesn't ask for any job letter, not even employment contract. So yes, I would suggest you can apply for 491 over there. But wait for more months to come, because in July they'll come up with the new regulation. I mean, sorry, new quota and new updates. Because I don't think so. Department of Home Affairs is going to update anything for skilled visas, and that new occupation list is for only the employer sponsor visa. So they're not going to touch anything at the moment for pointage systems, especially in subclass 189, 190, and 491. They're not going to touch anything. That's number one. Number two, they're not going to change, and they're not going to make any changes in pointage system in July. That's number two. Number three, they're not going to remove the subclass 189 or 190 or 491 in recent time. That's number three. The occupation that considered skill occupation list, or the off list, or the on list. These lists are for employer sponsor visas. And the department also going to make three categories. High skill demand list, means which is for those who are earning more than 135K. Second is core skill list, those who are earning between 70 to 100K or 135K. And the third one is essential skill list, those who are earning nearly about 70K. They could be, falls under those particular list. So that is for only the employer sponsor visa for 482 and 106. Again, for 106, we're not sure what they're going to come up with. They're still getting ideas from the business people and from the industries for those particular categories. So please don't get panic, guys. Only few changes been happened recent time. Those changes were for subclass 485. And the 485 means that the IELTS requirement has been changed, and you need to have minimum 6.5 overall, no less than 5.5 in each module, plus your score is valid for only 1 year. That is one of the major changes that I can see. Plus, they come up with GST in student visa. They also come up with the 6.5 in IELTS in student visa. So these are the changes that happen in recent time. These are the major changes I could say. Don't get panic yourself, because I can see a lot of things happening around, across the Australia. People getting panic that this is going to be changed. No, don't see. In last 12 months, we not received that many quotas for the states. That's the reason we're not getting that many invitation. But it'll come back. uh, Australia is something that it always gives the invitation. I haven't seen any applicants in my life that who not receive the invitation. Some get earlier, some get later. But you have to be prepare yourself with everything. Let's say you should score high in IELTS or PT. You should aim for the job. You should aim for the NATI. So if you prepare yourself, if your wife is no skilled partner, you can try for skilled partner for your wife. You can tell your wife to get score at least 6 pence in each month in IELTS, or any spouse, whatever spouse you have. Let's say be prepare yourself before they open in July. And if you are ready with everything, the skill assessment, the IELTS or PT or skill partner, and the NATI, everything, if you are ready with everything, you can still just apply itself, and you're ready for the your invitation to come. But what people does that they're just waiting to come up with the new rules regulation. There's nothing such a thing has been changing so far. If you look at the last 3 4 years, in 2019 they changed 489 to 491. That was one of the major changes, but that was subclass. But the subclass changed it, and they have changed minor thing inside. But again, since that date, we haven't seen any changes, major changes in any skilled visas under subclass 189 or 190 or 490. People getting a lot panic. You have to be calm. You have to be wait for the right turn to come. So guys, please ready with everything in your hand and then apply for the visas. Yeah, they're going to change in employer sponsor visa, because the in employer sponsor visa, a lot of things been happening which the department doesn't want to do it, so they want to make a very in better way. They want to go with the smooth way in employer sponsor visa, so they're changing little bit into the employer sponsor visa, which is good for the market, which is good for the the business people. So yeah, they can run their business successfully in Australia. And last question I would like to answer, Rahul Patel. What is the chances for mechanical engineering technician for 491.75 points? I have also positive assessment with the positive MBA migration. Well, mechanical engineer technician, Victoria Regional is one of the best state to apply, and the NSW Regional. So if you are living NSW Regional or Victoria Regional, you would have very high chances to enroll in mechanical engineering technician. So guys, thank you very much for watching this seminar Ask Aussizz. We conduct on a regular basis and we'll try to solve your queries. Guys, if you have any query question, please visit our nearest Aussizz Group office and our staff, our colleague will be helping you for each and every queries that you have. And Aussizz Group is one of the best and trusted brand in Australia in migration industry. And keep trusting the company and keep trusting the brand, and we'll be there for you to help. Thank you for watching this one. Have a lovely day. You have a good day and